Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. We are currently at Baker Street. We need to grab Toby and take him to the Kew Gardens to see what that mysterious trail is.
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do. Let us go to Kew Gardens.
I assume he's just going to follow me now. I hope so. Let's go back. We can go to the Divine Syndicate as well, which I won't do just yet. Let's go back to the Kew Gardens.
Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance. Search, Toby. Search.
Okay. We get to play straight as the dog. I guess I'll just follow the scent here. Oh. See that? Dog power? Can open doors with his mind. What this is going to end up being? I assume the poison that was used to kill the man. Could be fertilizer or something though. It could be something really boring. Like, yes, we use the laboratory to make ourselves some potent fertilizer for the flowers. And then hid the bottle around the back of a hedge.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found.
Well, they buried it, huh? A hidden bottle.
This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here. There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes. A tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle.
How very bizarre. Do I have to go and analyze this? I do. Should we go and do that right now? I think we shall. Back to Baker Street. Wait, could I have used the bench that was in the lab here? I don't think so. We needed to drop Toby off anyway. Analyze the unknown liquid. Here we go.
Let us determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis. This is the bottle that we found hidden at Kew Gardens. Let us use a pipette to take a sample of the liquid and fill a test tube.
Ah, yes, a pipette. I wasn't totally just going to pour that into the test tube. No, sir. I was going to do this proper chemist-like. A lot of liquid left in this bowl. Jesus. Well, it's a clear liquid. I'm not entirely sure this has helped.
A colorless, water-based liquid.
Yep. Yes, sirree. Am I supposed to do something with this? Ah! Inhale the unknown liquid. Fantastic.
Quite a strong floral aroma.
We can taste it.
What are you doing?
It has a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So, what do you think it is?
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
Activate the gas burner. Wow, that was quick.
Small colorless crystals. Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you. I need to take a pipette and make several drops of the reagent.
Damn it with the pipette. It'll be the end of me. Hang on. Oh.
Red sediment, just as I suspected. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination. This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
Sherlock, I was joking when I said it could be fertilizer. Okay, well, that answers that question. Did that unlock any deductions? No. No, it did not. Okay, so the potential poison ended up being a bloody fertilizer. Fantastic. What am I missing? Am I missing anything at Kew Gardens? Or should I go to the Syndicate? Let's have a look. I need to talk to Albert about all of these things, I feel. Martin, Hamish. I can talk to someone about the broken pot. Fragment of a statue. I still need to find a use for that fragment of a statue. Let's go back to Kew Gardens, talk to Albert, and see what he can let us know. Right, where was Albert? Do you reckon we can talk to Hamish? I can talk about Albert Doone.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was?
Oh yes, he forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
What can you tell me of Margaret White?
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And why, he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Kew Gardens.
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
I did not have my hand on the keyboard then. The photograph with his father.
I do not think so. This photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
No, I couldn't say that. They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunn always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father. So it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
Oh.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
We have a deduction here. Hamish's anger. That go with the new director? Martin Hamish had a motive. He believed that he and his father's lives had been ruined by Doon, who had taken the credit for all of their work. Hamish wished to take over the directorship of Kew Gardens, but he knew that would not be possible with Doon still alive. That is a very interesting idea. Can I do anything with white studies? No. Okay, we're still missing some stuff here. Oops. The one time I want to leave the menu is the one time I press all the wrong buttons to leave. We're still looking for Albert. Did we find out what was going on with the caterpillars? I was just thinking then, I was like, we found caterpillars in the bottom of that bottle, but we don't know what they're used for. Did we learn any information? No, these are all just the documents, aren't they? None of my research. I was wondering if there was something in the botany book, maybe. About caterpillars being used for something? Where was Albert? Is he in here? I do still need to look around. Oh, yeah. Wow. I was right. That never happens. Normally I just get lost. Ah. Hello. Housekeeping tasks.
A task list for Albert, compiled by Martin Hamish. Sweep out the palm house, scrub the toilets, clean the storage shed tools.
You're only allowed to read the newspaper during your lunch break. Fantastic. Well, let's ask him about his dream of entering the Navy.
I perceive that you are passionate about the Royal Navy.
Passionate? No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so interested in plants.
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here. It has never been about anything else.
I'm assuming Albert's hopes?
And yet I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
Ah, you truly are as clever as they say. Yes, that's correct. And in fact, my father was strongly against the idea. He did his best to ruin my plans, although I almost did succeed. But my dreams were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
That didn't really do anything. Yeah, I didn't get anything new, did I? Albert's humiliation and Albert's ambition, maybe? Albert had a motive to kill his father, Montague Doon. Doon had thwarted Albert's dream of joining the Royal Navy. By killing his father, Albert could have his revenge and eventually succeed in his father's place as the director of Kew Gardens. This doesn't make much sense to me, because he doesn't actually want to be here. He's not a botanist, he's not good with plants. So him forcefully removing his father just to take his place doesn't make too much sense to me. The whole love triangle thing is more likely in my mind. Some new stuff in here, isn't there? Okay. Still feel as though I've missed something somewhere. Oh, information on deadly plants. This was what I was thinking of. The following 3 plants were proven lethal to humans. The realization of the toxic process is fairly difficult, for it requires a particular chemical fertilizer, natural stimulation, and nutrition. The caterpillars should work. So that's why there's caterpillars in there. To stimulate the fertilizer? But the poison? So the fertilizer was used specifically to grow poisonous plants. But then they had poisonous plants on show anyway. So is it really that bloody suspicious? That somebody was making fertilizer? I guess it is. So the next question is, do we go to the Divine Syndicate? I think we're running out of Yeah, the Divine Syndicate seems to be the most logical place for us to go next. So let's go have a look.
This place is beautiful, Holmes. Its atmosphere is remarkably soothing.
Let us find someone who could help us.
Yeah, he's doing Tai Chi. Wow, this place is awesome. Wait, want to look around first, or should I talk to the man? Let's talk to the man first. See if he's a fraud or not. Sorry, my alarm bells instantly start ringing when I see a cult that's doing Tai Chi in the garden. Hello, Guru.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock...
I am exalting the sap. A while can you wait? From the trace of elements and moreover from the quality of the ambient geotropism it depends. Therefore, please, mind my gravitropism. Its balance, do not disturb.
Disturbed is most definitely the word.
Amazing.
Completed is the symbiosis. Welcome you are. To introduce myself, I am the Green Grand Mystic.
The Green Grand Mystic himself.
This is me. Who am I speaking to?
We are two gentlemen who are extremely interested in the vegetation philosophy that is advocated by this establishment.
Listening to you, I am.
This is brilliant. Let's analyze this man. I have a funny feeling that this tattoo is going to mean something. Tattoo hands, fingertip calluses. Arm injury, acid burn, chemical practice. Interesting. Let's look around.
We should like to take a look around, to immerse ourselves in the wisdom that emanates from here.
It is a school of anastomosis, the divine scholastic syndicate for vegetation veneration and meditation. You may say, the divine syndicate, glory to the eukaryotic. Only true devotees, those whose hearts are ready to spermatophize in sharing of knowledge, are permitted to physically enter our vegetable kingdom and its wisdom. And to be permitted, you must earn it. Yes.
Okay. What about your pots?
We visited Kew Gardens, and we found your symbols on their flower pots.
Coincidence, I am thinking. They would scavenge our refuse. It would not surprise me.
It was merely an observation.
Okay, well that didn't help much. I doubt the Kew Gardens would be stealing plant pots from a weird vegetable cult.
Green Grand Mystic, we are ready to become devotees and gain access to your temple.
What is the name of our Lord, our God King?
Oh god. Triwan?
Our God King's name is Triwan, Green Grand Mystic.
Oh la, good, I like you. Here is the holy key to the wisdom place. Holy donation can you make whenever you so wish.
Thank you so much.
I pray you to taste our fertilizer substance. From the burdens of life it helps to free.
But of course.
Raw sap, it is called. It is near the entrance.
Well,
What?
we will leave you to your meditation.
Well, this seems strange. He said it was near the entrance. Is this the entrance? Yeah, I can see something. Ah, a piece of pot. Oops.
a fragment of a flower pot. Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
Flower pot. Let me guess.
The Kew Gardens symbol.
So, they have Kew Gardens pots, and Kew Gardens has the divine pots. I feel that is a very strange circumstance that we may find ourselves in. But, I do think that I'm going to explore this garden in the next episode. So thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does mean the world to me and help keep the channel going. But as always, I'll see you next time.